Hey everyone, welcome back. As you can read from the title, it's finally time. It's finally come. I am reviewing Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Um, and it's not a rant, surprisingly. I've grown to actually like this film. Um, it's directed by, Danny Steinman, who, he didn't do a lot before this. Apparently, he did adult films, uh, and I'm not judging because Sean S. Cunningham apparently did adult films before he got into the horror business. But one thing's for sure, though, with Sean S. Cunningham, he never liked the sequels of Friday the 13th, and he did not like Jason, which is why in Jason Goes to Hell, he wanted to distance himself as far back away from it, and he hated the hockey mask. He did not want the hockey mask. So I'll get to that when I review Jason Goes to Hell. But anyways, this film, I've actually grown to like it. Um, I just got done watching it. The stuff that annoyed me was the rednecks. I could not stand those rednecks. Especially when it came time for them to die. I really could not stand them. But I was happy that they did die, which I should never be happy about that. But they just annoyed me so much. The mother annoyed me with her constant nagging, and the son annoyed me with his constant complaining. But now to get into the plot. Uh, Tommy Jarvis is sent to this halfway house for wayward youth, and he seems like a nice guy and everything, but he's still disturbed by the fact that he killed Jason. So what we get at the beginning is like an opening, a false opening. Uh, Little Corey Feldman, at 12 years old, played very well again by Corey Feldman, is looking at Jason's grave, uh, and a bunch of douchebags end up deciding to dig him up, and it doesn't say in the credits, but I do think one of the grave diggers was actually Eric Christian Olsen, from Dumb and Dumber. Uh, he played Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. Uh, and Jason, of course, is there in the opening cutscene. Not opening cutscene, opening scene. But then it cuts to reality, and it's been 10 years since the last event. And uh, Tommy is played by Tommy is played by uh, John Shepherd, and he does a really good job. Apparently, he's a born again Christian, which I support that. But he isn't afraid to do commentaries for Friday the 13th Part 5 because, hell, he acted in it. He might as well do a commentary. And he doesn't mind horror films either. But Kimberly Beck, on the other hand, from Friday the 13th Part 4, apparently she's not a big fan of horror films, which is entirely up to her. Like, if she doesn't like them, then that's her opinion. But we got these new cast of characters. We've got Val, who's like the punk rock chick. Um, we've got Jake, who's pretty much the shy kind of doesn't really like to be around people, but he likes Robin, the character Robin. Uh, and Robin's a character who just helps out the halfway house. She's one of the she's not a helper at the halfway house, but she's one of the not really inmates, but she's one of the confined people in the halfway house. There's also Joey, and there's trying to go through all the characters' names. There's Tina, played by Debbie Sue Voorhees. That's what she's known as at the end credits. But her full name is Deborah Voorhees. You get to see her titties. Yeah. That's a plus to most males. So, yeah. So, for anybody out there who wants to see Deborah Voorhees' tits, here it is. Come see Friday the 13th Part 5. Mike liked it. Mike OCP Communications. He liked seeing Deborah Voorhees' tits, which, cool by him. He reviewed this. He reviewed the whole series, so if you want to see his reviews for each one, just go to his profile, type in OCP Communications, and then go to his his channel, and he'll have all of the Friday the 13th there. Or if you have YouTube on your PlayStation 3, just type in OCP Communications, FRI, and then it will instantly bring up all of his reviews for Friday the 13th. He even reviewed the remake, which was pretty cool. Which I will review that one. I'll probably review that one during October. I will not be doing the Halloween edition reviews, but I will still be doing reviews in October. But anyways, the plot is Tommy was sent to a halfway house. Excuse me. Don't worry, this film does not give me indigestion. Before it would give me indigestion, but now I've grown to like it. I still hate the ending, though. The ending, absolutely horrible. And the things about it that pissed me off still piss me off. For instance, the ending is one of those what the fuck endings. And I'm just like, they made Tommy the killer. Not throughout the entire movie. It's somebody else named Roy. Yeah, I spoiled it. Ooh, that's why most people hate this movie. That's why I hated it at the start. I still do hate it for that reason. Roy is going around doing all the killing, and you can automatically tell it's not Jason because it's got the blue spears right here. In and they're upwards instead of downwards. And if anybody knows the Jason mask, it's red triangle, like what this would be. It would be red. And I don't mind the mask, the blue triangled mask. It's just it's a dead giveaway that it's not Jason. So Tommy is really he hasn't forgotten about Jason, and it doesn't really mention where his sister went, so Kimberly Beck's character is forgotten. Well, she's not forgotten, she's shown in the pictures and everything, but she's just Nobody mentions her. But Tommy is trying to get on with his life, so this halfway house is going to help him out. And we also get a helper by the name of Pam, played by Melanie Kinnaman. She acted pretty well. I didn't mind her. Um, Melanie Kinnaman, not really my favorite one of so-called heroines of the Friday the 13th series. Um, Jonathan Shepard, or John Shepard, played a really good Tommy. I keep on wanting to say Tommy Doyle. Tommy Jarvis. Uh, but my favorite one will always be Corey Feldman. Even though Tom Matthews played a kick-ass one, my favorite one will always be Corey Feldman. So, anyways, long story short, shit ends up happening. A kid who loves chocolate, Joey, I think his name is. And I just watched this film too. He loves chocolate. He could eat it every day. He starts talking to the girls, and he's like, I want to help, I want to help. And they don't want anything to do with him. So he goes over to another guy who's chopping wood, and why in the fuck would anybody in their right mind give somebody at a detention center an axe? Why? The caretaker is an idiot anyways, so yeah. The body count in this is high. The kills, they're hit or miss. I do like the kill with the gardening shears. Deborah Voorhees, right in the neck. Now, we don't see the impact or anything. We just see the shears go down and then the blood. Then we see the bloody shears come up. Good death. Somebody gets a road flare shoved through their mouth. Good death. I enjoyed it. There's also a head decapitation. Meat cleaver. Also approved. I always approve a good head decapitation. The characters are likable. Tommy Jarvis is likable. Pam is likable. And here's a character, I used to hate him, but I've grown to like him. Reggie, played by Shavar Ross. And he has one of the most hilarious brothers, characters in the movie. Played by Miguel A. Nunez Jr., who many people know him as Joanna Main. And he also played in Leprechaun 4, which I am a hater of that. I still am a hater of that one. Never really got into Leprechaun 4 in space, but I do love the Leprechaun movies. And who here's excited for the new one coming out? Me. But besides that, he's got the world's worst Jerry curl going on, and he's got one of the most laughable deaths in the Friday the 13th franchise. He dies in the porta potty. How embarrassing can that be? Oh, I was in Friday the 13th. Oh, which one? Part 5. Oh, were you a survivor or were you something else? Because I don't watch the Friday the 13th. I got killed in the porta potty. Yeah, I'm ashamed of it. But other than that, the film I thought was pretty cool. Tommy's just trying to live a normal life, and he knows karate. When he got scared, not really scared, but the guy kept on doing this to him, like pushing his chest and everything, like saying, "What? You can't take a joke? You can't take this joke?" So Tommy Jarvis decides to use his karate, takes the dude, and flips him. Yeah. I know karate and taekwondo are two different things. Taekwondo is more defensive, and karate is more uh, defensive too. But anyways, he's just trying to live a normal life. But uh, Joey, the fat kid who loves chocolate, he ends up getting axed by, again, why would anybody give one of the inmates or inpatient, not impatient, impatient people an axe? That's just asking for trouble. He kills Joey, the kid who loves chocolate. Not really a kid, he's a teenager. Even though a teenager is a kid, but an older male. He dies. We get the idea that he is an orphan. He even says he's an orphan. But then comes his death, which starts a chain of events, which leads us to the ending. I'm going all over the place, sorry. Pretty much, long story short, Roy is the father of Joey. He decides to take on the persona of Jason Voorhees. He puts on a mask. Dead giveaway though. Blue tints. And he starts going on a killing spree. Now, he could just kill the person who killed his child. But no, he decides he's going to go off on a killing spree. And I'm just like, what? Why the fuck would you do that? I mean, I understand you're going to take on the persona of Jason Voorhees, but if you're gonna take on the persona of Jason Voorhees and kill a bunch of people, at least kill the person who killed your kid. Just do it. I mean, I don't condone killing anyways, but I'm not into killing people or anything like that. But it's a horror movie, so everybody has different views on whether or not they like the killing or not. The reason I love horror movies is it's kind of an escape. You get your good ones and you get your bad ones. And this, over time, for me, has become a good one. And for this, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. What? What? A Friday the 13th Part 5 hater? Giving it an 8 out of 10? I grown to like it. Yes, I do like Friday the 13th Part 5. But in its own merits. I like it by itself. I do not like it as part of the series. I just call it a new beginning. Yeah, it's got the character Tommy Jarvis and a Jason wannabe and wannabe Jason. And here's something that pisses me off. If you're a wannabe Jason, how in the hell can you survive a head-on collision with I forgot what they're called. I'm a dummy when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm a dummy. Sorry. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a dummy. Uh, how can you survive a head-on collision with one of those, whatever they're called? Mr. Slam drives them in Twisted Metal. But anyways, how can you survive a head-on collision with one of those? But anyways, he gets cut, survives that. He gets into a head-on collision, survives that. But no, falling into spikes, he dies. If you're gonna be a wannabe Jason, die from the collision. Die from the slash. Die from a cut. Die from something other than spikes. Because we already know it's not the real Jason. Why would Jason want to wear, like, a new hockey mask? I mean, if he wanted to be a little bit different and be like the pimp of the serial killers, then go ahead, wear a new mask. But at least make it your own. So, yeah, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I found myself thoroughly enjoying this one. I do not put it as part of the Friday the 13th series. Yeah, it's called Part 5, but I'm just calling it a new beginning. It's pretty much, in my eyes, it could be a Friday the 13th tribute. Like, you know how you get those wannabe Friday the 13th, like Scream Bloody Murder, I think they're called? You've got Camp Blood, which is pretty much Friday the 13th, but with a clown. And it's a mystery, like you're trying to figure out who is the killer. Which, again, it's a clown. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Even though I hated the rednecks, I couldn't help liking some of the characters. I hate the ending. But they make up for it with Part 6, which I will get to. I'm getting to that one come October. Sometime in October, I'll be finishing up the Friday the 13th series. But I might cheat a little bit and review the remake early. But I'm still gonna go in order with the regular series, Friday the 13th Part 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm now doing 5, just to keep it going. But my review for 6, 7, 8, Jason Goes to Hell, I've grown to like that one too. Yeah, I've grown to like Jason Goes to Hell. And I know I'm going all over the place with this review. Well, it's my review. So, yeah, this review was already done. So, anyways, bye. Hopefully you all enjoyed my little review of Friday the 13th Part 5. V. Not Part 2. V. So, hopefully you all enjoyed my review over A New Beginning. So, see ya. And if anybody wants any more reviews over Friday the 13th, you're gonna get them. And hopefully more focused. So, anyways, peace.